Hello YouTube, my name is Dharmendra Mishra and this is Mistrology. What I have here with me is a list of top 10 smartphones prepared by me, available or soon going to be available in India for rupees under 12,000. I keep getting questions from people around me that which smartphone should I buy under 12,000 category. So before I jump into my list, I have a little disclaimer here that I do not promote any of the companies here and I am not a paid reviewer. So let's start with my list. Now number 10 on my list is Coolpad Note 3. It packs 3GB RAM, 16GB internal memory, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera. It has MediaTek 6753 1.3 GHz octa-core processor, dual band 3G and a fingerprint scanner, 3000 mAh battery. The drawback here is its HD screen. Resolution could have been a little better, like full HD. And the other drawback here is the dual band 3G, because every time you are buying a smartphone and if you are pretty big on 3G, you should buy a smartphone which at least packs a quad band 3G or a pentaband 3G, because you might have noticed a lot of times that your friend's phone with the same network is getting 3G speed, but you at the same network at the same place not getting 3G. So that's the reason behind it. If you don't know about Coolpad is a pretty big company in China. They are under top 10 smartphone vendors in terms of volume in China. Now number 9 on my list is an American company, InFocus. If you don't know, available exclusively on snapdeal.com. InFocus M810 is the model which I am talking about here. It packs a Snapdragon 801, yes guys, Snapdragon 801 clocked at 2.5 GHz, 5.5 inch Full HD screen, 2GB RAM, 16GB internal memory, expandable via micro SD card, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera. Drawback here is its battery life, which is very poor, and apart from that, it also packs a dual band 3G. Now number 8 on my list is the Lenovo K3 Note. Why am I keeping this above InFocus M810 is because of its value for money, and apart from that, its battery life. So it is available for rupees 9200 on flipkart.com, and all of you know its specs: 5.5 inch Full HD screen, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera. The drawback here is the dual band 3G. Now number 7 on my list is Xiaomi Mi4i. It packs a 5 inch Full HD screen, 1.7 GHz octa-core processor, 3120 mAh battery, GPS GLONASS pentaband 3G, 2GB RAM, 16GB internal memory. The only drawback with this phone is that it does not come with expandable memory. Now number 6 on my list is Meizu M2 Note. It's also a Chinese company, startup like Xiaomi. It is available for rupees 999 on amazon.com, and what you are getting here is 5.5 inch Full HD screen, 2GB RAM, 16GB internal memory expandable via micro SD card, GPS GLONASS quad band 3G, 3100 mAh battery. What you are not getting here is a fingerprint sensor, but you cannot expect fingerprint sensor at rupees 999 mark. Number 5 on my list is Moto G Turbo Edition, available at around rupees 12,000. 5 inch SD screen, 1.5 GHz octa-core processor, 2GB RAM, 16GB internal memory, IP67 certification for dust and water resistance. What I love about this device is its experience. Motorola gives you a pretty solid experience. Now you are getting a tri-band 3G, GPS, GLONASS and everything, and you are sure to get Android updates whenever it comes. Now the next smartphone, which is at number 4, is Leco/LeTV 11S. Packs a 2.2 GHz MediaTek Helio X10 processor capable of encoding and decoding 4K videos. Metal unibody construction, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, packs a fingerprint sensor, quad band 3G, GPS, GLONASS, USB Type-C, fast charging, 3000 mAh battery and whatnot. The only issues which has been reported with this device is heating issues, but that is the case with MediaTek Helio X10. So this is a pretty solid device, and if you are a gamer or if you are a performance user, you should buy this device. Number 3 on my list is Lenovo K4 Note. 5.5 inch Full HD screen, 3 GB RAM, 16 GB internal memory, expandable via micro SD card, available for rupees 11,999, fingerprint scanner, facing stereo speakers, 1.3 GHz MediaTek 6753 octa-core processor. And if you are a media oriented person and if you are a movie lover, you should go for this device. It is pretty stable device, no complaints so far, and has been doing pretty good. Now the number 2 in my list is Meizu M3 Note, which is yet not released in India and will be available in India by May first week or second week, and I think the price point will be 11,999. 3 GB RAM, 32 GB internal memory, eMMC 5.1, 1.8 GHz octa-core 64-bit MediaTek Helio P10 processor, 5.5-inch Full HD screen, a fingerprint scanner which will unlock your device in under 0.2 seconds, GPS, AGPS, GLONASS, Pentaband 3G, 4G VoLTE. If you don't know what is VoLTE, VoLTE is basically voice over LTE, full aluminum unibody design and with a 41 milliamp hour battery. So that is going to be a pretty bang for the buck. And if you want to buy a device, or if you are in mood to buy a device around May, you should wait for this device and give it a try. Now number 1 on my list is Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, 3 GB RAM, 32 GB internal memory, expandable via micro SD card, sports the Snapdragon 650 hexa-core 64-bit 1.8 GHz processor, capable of encoding and decoding 4K video, packs a 4050 mAh battery, 5.5-inch Full HD screen, GPS, GLONASS, Pentaband 3G, fingerprint scanner, 13 megapixel rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, and available at rupees 11,999. Apart from that, why am I keeping this device at number 1 is because of Xiaomi's wonderful support for MIUI, and they keep supporting even after 4-5 years to MI users. That's the one thing which I love about Xiaomi, and their user experience and their UI is pretty good, and they have pretty mature OS. And if you don't know about them, they were first a software company and then they entered into the hardware business, so their devices user interface is pretty solid. That's it for now guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you like the video. This is Dharmendra Mishra signing off.